Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we're going to be going back in time to have a look at the twin pod cloud car pilot from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Now, this is a stunning looking card, absolutely striking. I mean, I think this was obviously the original card that they used to release this original figure back in, I think it was 1980 to 82, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. But it's absolutely stunning. The actual image of the card, I don't think is an image obviously straight from the film. It's probably a still when they were sort of making the movie. But obviously from a nostalgic point of view, it's absolutely stunning. They've used the same card back, obviously, that they used back in the day. Although I have to say, I don't actually, I was obviously much younger then. I don't remember ever actually sort of really seeing this card back. Even though I do actually have my original 80s figure, which we're going to bring in and also do a sort of a little comparison. But absolutely amazing, you know, getting the original style of card back that you got back in the day. So fabulous looking card. Actually, the name pill obviously comes on that sort of brown background, and the brown background behind obviously the actual the cloud car pilot, which really makes him stand out obviously with that sort of white and yellow. You've got the Kenner logo in that bottom right hand corner as you look at it, the warning logo in the top right, and the 4+ age group in the top left. But beautiful looking card, as I said, and the figure inside looks absolutely stunning. So let's have a quick look at the back of the card. So yeah, look, there you go. VC11, this is. So this was released back in 2010. And what it does show you is that gorgeous image that you got of the cloud car pilot back in 1980 to 1982. It's absolutely stunning. And the other beautiful thing that obviously you have with these original sort of card backs, I say original, but you know, the modern vintage, if you like it, and obviously shows you the other figures that were part of this collection. So you got Vader, you got Han Solo, you got Luke, obviously the Hoth, Leia, and C-3PO. And not too much legal information, which is a lovely thing. Again, Hasbro don't need to take note. We don't need all of that. It would be far better if they gave us this style. I appreciate, obviously, in the sort of the more modern ones, you're not going to have the original card back, but they can still sort of talk about celebrating the actual complete saga. So beautiful looking back of the card, VC11. So we'll have one final look at the front of the card. What's interesting as well on this one, that where you've got that warning logo on that in that top right, that looks like a sticker, but it's not. It's actually just printed on, which is sort of quite interesting. But this is, as I said, really beautiful looking card back. The figure inside looks really, really striking. You know, if you're a carded collector, you're probably going to have this one anyway. And if you're a loose collector, you know, it'd be lovely, which we are going to do, is get this one out of the packaging. The one thing, obviously, that we are missing from this is the actual cloud car. You know, I know that they have done a version of it. I apologise, I can't remember which line it was from. If anybody knows watching this, please let me know in the comments. But I do know they're quite difficult to get hold of, quite expensive on the secondary market. You know, will we actually ever get that cloud car again? The timing to have done that probably would have been, you know, when we had the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary. So it probably is not something that we will see soon, although it's a bit of a shame, really, because we've been a bit light on the vehicles from Hasbro, and it would have been a perfect opportunity for them to give us that. But anyway, you know, that's probably a conversation for another day. Beautiful. I said, can't say it enough. Really striking card back. I think if you know, I mean, as I said, I don't remember actually ever sort of looking at this card back then, but I was very young, so I wouldn't have done. So anyway, let's get this figure out of the packaging and we'll have a closer look at the figure. And then what we'll also do is bring in my original one, which I've managed to find, and we'll pop them side by side and have a look. Okay, so here we've got the figure out of the packaging, and wow, it's a lovely looking figure. Really, really nice looking figure, this. I love the way that you've got those sort of grey boots with the sort of yellow intertwined into the side of the boots. The yellow obviously on the shin guards and essentially probably the knee pads. And although it looks probably from the camera point of view, this figure does look very, very white. The suit, or if you want to call it that, is whatever it is, these sort of cargo pants and top. They are sort of more of an off-white, obviously with the sort of the reds and the yellows attached to it. The nice belt there, which obviously has got the gun in, which we can have a look at that because that's the only real accessory that comes with this figure. Nice little pistol. Whoops, fits in his holster very, very nicely. And the other thing that obviously that you do get in terms of the accessories is the helmet, which is removable. And not a bad head sculpt at all. Don't think we've necessarily seen that head sculpt anywhere previously. Although I do believe obviously he does look far better with the helmet on. But some really nice detailing on this helmet, if you can see that. Really nice sort of white with the sort of stripes down it, the red, sort of the dark red on the side with the glasses and the sort of intercom attached nicely. So that works really, really well. And as I said, I think it does look far better. I'm sure you'll all probably agree with that helmet on. So gorgeous looking figure, really nice. From the back, not too much detailing, just obviously the sort of the yellows and the whites. It does obviously have those sort of yellow gloves on, which work really nicely. In terms of the articulation with this figure, of course, it is everything that you would expect from the modern vintage. Obviously, it's not got the full bells and whistles in terms of those butterfly hinges. But other than that, you know, you've got a swivel at the head, articulation at the shoulders, at the elbows. The swivel is there in the, it's not really the wrist, is it? It's the glove there. The legs move up and down, articulation at the knees, and a swivel at the ankle. So no rocker, which again you wouldn't expect to have for this figure being from 2010. But it's essentially got everything that you need. The only thing missing is the cloud car. Anyway, beautiful looking figure. Now what I will do is I will bring in my original one that I've found. I've been digging around for this, and I've actually found his weapon as well. So this one, I'll just pop that weapon in his hand, if I can. Don't think it's going to hold it particularly well because obviously this figure is quite old. But let's just bring him in so you can see. So lovely little comparison there. Yeah, of course, excuse me, the one on the right is obviously the 5POA. So, you know, but I just think this was, I mean, I as I said, I don't remember the card back as a child, but I remember getting this figure and absolutely adoring this. Now, you know, over a bit of time, you can probably see from the camera here, mine has yellowed a little bit, certainly in the legs and in the arms, but his torso is held up incredibly well in terms of the white around his you know, his waist and his upper body, and there's not too much sort of scratching or discoloration or anything on the helmet. If you can see that, I've actually managed to keep this in pretty good condition, and a bit of a hoot to find that blaster as well. Let's just take that out quickly. So when was this? This was, when was this made? This is a 1981, made in Hong Kong. So, yeah. And actually, you know, you put the two together and it still stands the test of time. Although, albeit obviously being 5POA. So, absolutely lovely. Lovely to sort of look at the original. Lovely to get this one out of the packaging. You know, 2010, 1981. Yeah, things have come on a long way, but look at that sculpt still from 1981. It's fantastic. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, there'll be more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comments section below and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching the video.